Hi, thank you for joining me today. In this exercise, we're going to be looking at several sentences in which I will ask you, oops, as I throw my pen, which I will ask you as the participant to identify as being either a declarative sentence, which is punctuated with a period, you're sharing information or providing some kind of insight. An interrogative sentence, also known as a question, which you would punctuate with a question mark. Is it exclamatory? And just hearing it in the name, you hear exclaim, which is generally punctuated with an exclamation mark. It's lots of high energy, similar to a statement, but done boisterously, or you would imagine it as so. And then you have an imperative, which is usually punctuated with a period or an exclamation mark. You can alternate depending on the severity of the situation, and these are also referred to as commands. All right, let's go ahead and read the sentences and make these identifications. For number one, I will be there by 8:15 in the morning. Here, I would suspect I tell that we're sharing information. We're just making a declaration. So we're going to punctuate this with a period. And for the sake of ease, I'm going to call declarative sentences D, interrogatives I, exclamatories E, and then imperatives are going to be imp. All right, so this one's declarative. Looks like an O. Number two, saving a seat for me. This one should really, I forgot to mention some of these are also fragments, so they would need to be completed. So saving a seat for me is a fragment, it's incomplete. Well, who is saving a seat for you? Or what is saving a seat for you? It could be a bag, whatever, but it's missing a subject. So as a fragment, I would add, in this case, the pronoun he. So he is saving a seat for me, and that would be declarative. I would just end that with a D and a period. For three, please be on time. Very important, always want to be on time. For this is an imperative, so you can alternate between, like I mentioned, an exclamation mark or a period. It's however you're interpreting it. So this one I'm going to say is either an imp. Well, an imp can use either or, so I'll just say an imperative. Excuse me. Number four, ouch, I stubbed my toe. It's pretty clear in the first clause or the first portion of the sentence, ouch. We're ending that with an exclamation mark. Likely the next clause to follow, I stubbed my toe, would have that same energy, especially if you've hurt yourself. So that would be an exclamatory. Number five, what do you know about that speaker? Here, the individual speaking is inquiring. They're requesting information. Look at that first word, what. Sometimes you see why, when. In this case, what. So you know it's going to be an imperative, which requires us to punctuate it with a question mark. So I'm going to write imp. Number six, I can count on you. Okay, it's declarative. I'm letting you know I can count on you. It could also be exclamatory, especially if you're saying it excitedly or with a lot of energy. So I can count on you, or declarative with a period. So I'm going to say this is either a declarative or exclamatory, either way. Number seven, pick up your books and go to the exit. Now, using context, you should know that, or in this situation, I have to grab my things, my books, and then rush or go to the exit. It doesn't say rush, but I feel that from it. You would think if you're having to go to the exit, it's for a good reason suddenly. So that could possibly be an exclamatory sentence. Again, just based on the context of it. And of course, prior knowledge about exits and why someone might need to leave a building, that's kind of up to your discretion. So it could also be a declarative, right? Or an imperative, right? And it really would be both if you think about it. It's an imperative. I suppose it's an imperative that you're going to punctuate likely with an exclamation mark. And number eight, can't recall ever hearing a better speech. For this, it's declarative. It's letting you know that the speech that whoever this person is listened to, really enjoyed it. That was it. All right. So hopefully this exercise helped you. Hopefully you were able to apply a little bit about what you know about the four sentence types, which again are declaratives or punctuated with a period, imperatives punctuated with a question mark. We have exclamatories, usually punctuated with an exclamation mark, hence the name, and imperatives, which can switch between periods and exclamation marks, depending, of course, on the severity, like I mentioned before. Okay, if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you found it helpful, please give it a like. I would very much appreciate it, and I look forward to working with you on the next one.